What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back on video, and today's video is actually going to be a fun Dragon Ball Z type discussion video. And it's going to be kind of like, it's going to go more depth into it and stuff like that, but this is something I really want to talk about because it's kind of been on my mind, and I know I haven't been doing a lot of anime type videos and stuff like that, and I know a lot of my anime subscribers really want my anime content. The problem is it hasn't been a lot, so I'm just thinking about some stuff that popped up in my head, and I'm going to try to give you guys as much anime content as possible. But right now, if you guys don't know, my anime subscribers, you guys kind of been with me from the jump. You guys understand that Star Wars is the hot big thing right now, so I'm going to be talking more about that than the anime thing. But if there's any other animes out there or news and stuff like that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section below, or message me or whatever it is if you guys want me to produce more anime type videos and content and stuff like that. So that's just something I want to let you guys know ahead of time. So we're about to get into this right now. So this video is about which anime was better, Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball GT. And again, the reason why I kind of want to talk about this is because they're kind of two Dragon Ball series that ended after Dragon Ball Z. Even though Dragon Ball Super is canon, but then Dragon Ball GT is filler, I still kind of want to talk to you guys about this because it's kind of a little bit something interesting. So with Dragon Ball GT, like how good and how bad it is. So with Dragon Ball GT, I don't care what anyone says, I still enjoy Dragon Ball GT for what it was when it came out. It does have a lot of problems. Super has problems too, but the problem is Super's canon and stuff like that, so I'm willing to tolerate a lot more of it. But Dragon Ball GT, we're about to get into it right now. So Dragon Ball GT, if you really think about it, the baby, what was it? It was a Goku that becomes a kid. There's a lot of plot holes behind that. Baby Vegeta, how he just takes over Baby and stuff like that and absorbs the Saiyan's power and tries to kill Goku. Then you have the Super 17 Android Saga. It's kind of a little plot holes as well because what was it? Super 17, they fuse, and then they bring back the movie villains, and it's all messy and stuff like that, from hell and stuff like that. Then you have the Dragon Ball, what was it, the 7 Shadow Dragon arc, which was pretty good for what, again, like, it was kind of whatever, but then, like, Omega Shenron, I thought he was pretty cool, but then at the end, he kind of became a generic bad guy. But I do feel like Dragon Ball GT, it's not a bad anime, it's just a bad Dragon Ball anime, you feel me? Because it's just a lot of plot holes that kind of don't make sense, you feel me? And it's just a lot of things that are just unnecessary, like, Pam being annoying, Trunks is okay, Kid Goku, when he turns Super Saiyan 3, he's weak, but then when he has the tail, he can do all the BS. Then he has Super Saiyan 4, which, I like Super Saiyan 4 for what it was at this time, but again, when I look at it, it's just not that good. And, it looked cool at the time when I was a kid and all that, but, like, if you look at it, it's like, bro, there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of iffy with that. But Super Saiyan 4, I don't hate it, you know what I mean? But I'm like, okay. I'm kind of like, okay, whatever. But Dragon Ball GT as an anime is just not... It's not a bad anime, but for Dragon Ball's anime, it's pretty bad. For a Dragon Ball series, it's pretty bad. And if it's a sequel to Dragon Ball Z, it's pretty messy, pretty bad. But it was still enjoyable. Dragon Ball Super, I still think is way better than Dragon Ball GT. And also, you gotta realize, Dragon Ball Super has like 131 episodes. Dragon Ball GT has like 64 episodes, stuff like that. So it shows you that Dragon Ball GT wasn't that good if they had to end it at the Shadow Dragon arc, if they couldn't keep this crap up. You feel me? At the time. Dragon Ball Super, it's still going to be popular. It's still making money right now. And I do think they're going to do another Dragon Ball series, whatever. Either it's this upcoming year or the following year. But I do think since the success of Dragon Ball Super and the Broly movie, they will definitely come back to doing Dragon Ball Super. I just think they want to take their time with it. Dragon Ball Super, I think, is better because there's just a lot more we can go into, like, you feel me? Like, there's a lot more, kind of a little bit more lore. We have the 12 universes, we have Beers, we have Champa, we have all these other god of destructions and angels from different parallel worlds, universes. Then you have Zenus, who was the end-all, be-all, the Grandmaster. You have the Grandmaster, then you have the ruler of all things, but he's like a child, whatever, but he could just snap his fingers like Thanos and just wipe out an entire universe. So there's a lot of lore when it comes to that. Then, like, if you talk about Dragon Ball Super, Battle Gods, I liked it, but it wasn't The problem at Dragon Ball Super said, okay, you're gonna do the Battle Gods movie, then you're gonna do the Frieza Resurrection, but put them into TV series. That's like the main issue I had with Dragon Ball Super. Like, it felt like those two arcs kind of felt like filler. Like, you're just taking from the movies and just putting into the episode slots, and I'm like, I don't like that. We could have just started off something new and fresh and go right away. Then we had the Universe 7 and Universe 6 arc. Yeah, I thought that was cool, but it's because it was something different, kind of new. We got to see Kaba, we got to see Hit, we got to see the other warriors from different worlds. We got to see their Frieza, Frost, and all of them, and now you got the fight and stuff like that. And we got to see Hit and Goku go at it and beat the crap out of each other. So I thought it was pretty good. And then we got to see Xenos and stuff like that. Then we had the Goku Black arc, which I like the Goku Black arc, but I do think Goku Black has a lot of issues as well, because Goku Black, which I've read online, is that the Goku Black arc is pretty much about racism, how much he hates the humans, and he's willing to switch bodies with a Saiyan human in order to kill all the humans to make this, like, pretty much it's about racism, pretty much. And I wish they would go a little bit more in depth with it, instead of just like, alright, Zamasu and Goku Black hate humans, and we're racist, and we just want to kill everybody and create our own utopia, but then you're making the universe and world a horrible, terrible place. So it shows you, like, they could have gone more in depth with it. And then they fused, and it was half Zamasu, and then it was Trunks, and then you had Goku and Vegeta. They fought, and they went time travel, and they kept going the time machine, not time machine, blah blah, and they fused to go Vegito and beat the crap out of him. Then they defused, and then you had half Zamasu, and then he did all his other crap where his essence go into the world and stuff like that. So again, I like the Goku Black arc, but it didn't really move the story forward. Yeah, it really didn't. Like, it didn't really move the story forward. Now, when it came, then you had filler episodes, stuff like that. After that, then you had the Tournament Power, which I felt like it was probably the best Dragon Ball Z arc ever. Dragon Ball Super arc, probably Dragon Ball Z arc in general, because you had all 8 universes beating the crap out of each other. Universe survival, surviving. If you guys die or you guys get knocked out, everybody in the universe dies. And I thought that was really good. We got to see Kefla, we got to see Khalifa, we got to see the Saiyans. We just really got to see everybody really fight like it's the end of the galaxy, end of the world. Like, there was a lot more stakes at the time. And then you had, at the end, of course, you had Universe 11, Universe 7, when... Was it Universe 7? No, Universe 6, I think. Okay. Universe 6 or Universe 11, whatever. Jiren, Topo, Dispo, then you had Frieza, Android 17, Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku. And they were fighting, boom, boom, boom. And I thought that was a good arc. I really, really liked it. The only problem I had with that is that Topo was just unnecessary. Like, Dispo was like, okay, whatever, you're a purple rabbit, whatever. I didn't like how they did Gohan, but whatever. But, Topo, I thought, was disappointing because you're supposed to be a god at destruction candidate, and then Vegeta just blows himself up and you get knocked out the ring, you feel me? But I think Jiren was the one who saved that Tournament Power because he was the one that was beating everybody up. He was the one holding down his own universe, and of course at the end you guys know he got snapped and, Ultra Instinct and, Limit Breaker, stuff like that. But overall, I do feel like at the end of the day, Dragon Ball Super, to me, was a better... anime arc, and it was a lot more fun anime arc, and I thought it was just a better Dragon Ball Super. I think it was a better Dragon Ball series, you feel me? I thought it felt very good and necessary, and it moved the story going forward when it came to Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super as a franchise. And even at the end of it, they had Goku and Vegeta fight in Super Saiyan Blue. They fight in the Grand Canyon or the mountains like they did in the first Dragon Ball Z series. Like, it was very, very nostalgia, and they left it kind of in a cliffhanger. And also we have the Broly movie that takes place after that. So then we got to see, Gogeta and Broly beat the crap out of each other and stuff like that. And then we get to see, like, there's other... It's pretty much 3 Saiyans, pure blood Saiyans alive. It's pretty much Broly, Vegeta, Goku, and that's how it is, man. And Broly's a lot different than he is in the original Dragon Ball Z series. But again, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, is canon, and it takes place after Dragon Ball Super, and it takes place after the Tournament of Power. And by doing that, we can go into more storylines. You feel me? And it shows you what Dragon Ball Super or the Broly movie in general, we get to see that, okay, if anything does happen around the galaxy, whatever, let's say if, the Z fighters are not as powerful, at least they have another Super Saiyan like Broly, and hopefully when Broly learns how to control his powers and his Super Saiyan form, he will be a great essence and help to them if they fight another big, powerful bad guy. So I thought Dragon Ball Super was the best Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super series, better than GT. I don't hate GT, but I think GT had a lot of issues. And I think Dragon Ball Super has its issues, but I do think the good outweighs the bad. And I think Dragon Ball GT, there's a lot of bad that kind of hurts the quality of Dragon Ball GT as well. I think there's more bad with Dragon Ball GT compared to Dragon Ball Super, where you have a lot more good in essence, and it moves the Dragon Ball universe forward, where Dragon Ball GT kind of holds the universe backwards. You feel me? If that kind of makes sense. That's really it, guys. Tell me what you guys think about this conversation. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think Dragon Ball GT was a better series than Dragon Ball Super? Let me know in the comment section below. Rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care and happy holidays.